Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Man, it's a done data. It is a done data. What I'm talking about is the game last night, which featured the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics. You know, it's just been Brooklyn has just been, how do I say, locked in. And it showed you last night that Brooklyn has a closer and Boston doesn't have a closer at all. Boston is having the same problems that they've been having. And this is what Flat Earth was saying about the Boston Celtics from the get-go, is that these young guys were not ready. And that's all he was saying. They got cocky because they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They went there again last year without Kyrie. So everybody wants to make it seem like, oh, well, they really don't need Kyrie. It seemed like they do. And everyone's talking about, well, Kemba's the problem. They need a real point guard. The problem is Brad Stevens does not know how to assign roles to his players. What he should have did or done, or I could say, was tell those guys, look, Kyrie's the guy. You guys are second fiddle and third. Chill. That's what a real coach would have done. You think Doug Collins would have had this problem? You think Larry Brown would have had this problem? You think Pop and them would have had this problem? No. Phil Jackson, for as much to me as he's overrated as a coach to me, but he's a great manager of personalities. He would have assigned everybody a role. The only problem they would have had if Phil coached is down the stretch in like certain situational games, which Kyrie would have did that. He would have handled that if he would have stayed. But it's just starting to show you that, look, we know what the problem is, and the problem, is it ever going to get solved? We don't know. We don't know. Down the stretch, Tatum has got to learn how to close the game. And somebody wants to make a diss, well, he went to learn from Kobe Bryant. That's why he's playing like he's playing. No, that's not the reason why he's playing like he's playing. He's playing like he's playing because he has this complex in his head that he's just the best player or one of the best in the league, and he's not. He's not at all. So these are the problems that they're having. Kobe Bryant wasn't taking a lot of bad shots like this. And I'm tired of y'all disrespecting Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant was a warrior. Kobe Bean Bryant made the shots that counted, that you needed to win the game. Tatum's taking these shots, and Tatum is failing. He's missing these shots. And people keep giving Brad Stevens a pass when Brad Stevens, for some reason, does not know how to adjust well. He don't know how to put his players in position to score or put them in position to run a real offense. he's running this basic offense where it's swing the ball, whoever gets the ball can shoot the three. Now all of a sudden they're trying to do ISO more with Jaylen Brown and Tatum. That's not going to work like that. You have to move the ball. Now Marcus Smart just got back off the injury, so when he gets back healthy, like fully, they'll be fine. But the Nets are showing without Kevin Durant, it's like I told people. Kyrie is a problem. Flat Earth is a problem. That man's name is Flat Earth. Because the earth is flat when he's playing, dog. Like, for some reason, this guy is just on a whole nother level. And people hate him because he has a real opinion. He has an opinion on things, and nobody likes his opinion. But if he was that, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna make it about him. Look, the Brooklyn Nets issues to me, I think is going to be interior defense still, so they still need that big guy in the middle. But hey, even without that big guy, James Harden and Claxton and Jordan and Brown, they were able to box out and get the rebounds. And this has been the problem for the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics need to go make a trade for Andre Drummond. They need Andre Drummond in that middle, because what Andre Drummond would do, Drummond could get you the rebounds and he could rim protect. And to me, you need that. They need that more than anybody else, because if they had Andre Drummond, then it would be tough for any team to beat them. And that's the thing, that Boston, for some reason, just is stuck on stupid. Now, I was going to break down the stats and break down who did this, but you don't have to when you see the game and how it unfolds. Down the stretch, I want Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague needs to play a little more. Brad needs to let him play. He needs to let Jeff Teague close the game out. Because I think if Jeff Teague closed the game out, they'll be better. Because Jeff Teague is a true point guard. Kemba is more of a scoring guard. Like, if you put Kemba on my Orlando Magic, Orlando would be awesome right now. They would not be second to last in the East. They would probably be in the mix of things from the 7th to 10th seed, because that's the scorer he is. He would be able to lift you up nights and everything. But when you don't have a point guard, it's very hard for you to get things done and to win games. And that's all I'm saying. People have to understand is that when the ball is in your court, what are you going to do? Are you going to make it happen, or are you just going to be one of the people to watch it happen? And that's a lot of times what Boston has been doing this whole season. They can't close. And it's been the whole season. I could go back and watch a game from Boston the 3rd week in the season or 4th week in the season to now, and they still play the damn same. I mean, it's nothing changed. There's nothing that changes. And it's a shame. It's like, man, this team is so talented. They are so talented. They're probably one of the most talented teams. Now, their bench, yeah, they need their bench to step up, but Marcus Smart came off the bench, hit some shots. I mean, to me, the problem is they don't know how to close at the end of the games. Brown and Tatum, they shell up at the end of the games. Now, to me, Kemba has to be, to me, they need Kemba to close. But see, they don't want that. They want Tatum and Brown to be the guys to close at the end. You might need to let Kemba close at the end, and them two just work around him. Because when Kemba was those last few games when he was hitting the shots and closing near the end of the game, they looked a lot better. To me, Jason Tatum just doesn't have it. He's not a closer. He's a phenomenal young player. He's a phenomenal piece, but he's not a closer. You might need Kemba to close. Jaylen Brown, he has the talent to do it, but too many times Jaylen Brown is like, well, I don't want to step on Tatum's toes, so I'm going to just sit over here. It's like, dude, we need you to step up. But I understand. However, I think Kemba needs to be the number one option for your team to be better. And he needs to be able to close. And to me, he's not getting the ball enough. He's not getting in the rhythm. They're not letting him play what he plays. If they let him play the two and they go get them a point guard, they'll be fine. Because you'll have Jeff Teague and you'll have that other point. That's why I told everybody when Brad Wanamaker left, that hurt them because they should have got Brad Wanamaker. Brad Wanamaker, what he would have done is slowed the pace down and controlled the pace of the game for the second unit. And people was laughing at me saying, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm like, all right. They gonna miss Wanamaker. You may not know who the hell Wanamaker is. I know who he is. The dude played. But the Warriors, man, they might let Wanamaker go for the young guys. So I would if they let Wanamaker go, if I was Boston, I'll bring him back because you need him in that backcourt. So, but back to the Nets. James choked and was showing up. Late, but this is the thing, and I was trying to tell people, like I was trying to tell Outlaw, shout out to Valentine Outlaw, that's my boy there. I was trying to tell him is that dog. James Choketon is the third option. Right now, he's probably the second or third, but when you got Flat Earth out there, Flat Earth finna win the game. Flat Earth to me is the most clutchest player right now in the league. It ain't no damn Dame Lillard. I don't want to hear that crap. Dame is clutch, but Flat Earth, man, is a little more clutcher than him. That's just to me. And when the game is on the line, man, everything slows down, and it's like he's the only one moving out there. And that's what Flat Earth did. He hit the big shots that you needed. He made the plays you wanted him to make. And defensively, he played some defense. Like, these guys have been playing defense. I don't know why people keep trying to say, well, they need to work. Their defense is fine. All they got to do is just continue to work on it. And then when Kevin Durant comes back, whenever he comes back, Kevin Durant might not come back until like 3 weeks before the playoffs. That's the way it's looking. But he comes back, it's gonna be on and popping. But Flat Earth, man, closed the game. He made the big shots, and I was happy for him. I was happy for him to make those shots because he's been really getting dogged out by the media, by everybody. And you cannot like the person, but as far as the player, man, you have got to give Flat Earth his respect because he took that game over and he told them, look, I'm not losing to Boston. I don't care what you tell me or what you say. I am not losing to no damn Celtics. And I hate the Celtics too, so it was fun watching them lose. I can't stand the Celtics because to me they did Flat Earth wrong. They disrespected him, and now they're reaping what they're sowing. And it's no excuses Both teams are about even. Total rebounds, the Nets won the war. The assists, the Celtics won by 1. Blocks, the Celtics had 5 more. Steals, the Celtics had more. Turnovers, the Nets had more. So, and then the fouls, the Nets committed more fouls than the Celtics. They was calling a lot of fouls to help the Celtics, and they still couldn't close. But let me know in the comment section, man, what do you feel? Do you feel like Boston is going to be mediocre? Is it because of the coach, or is it because of Tatum and Brown? And who do you want to see close for the Celtics? Do you want to see more Kemba, Tatum, or Brown? And also a question for the Nets is, to me, Flat Earth is the alpha, and to me, even when Kevin Durant comes back, Flat Earth should be able to hit that. Him and Kevin Durant will be able to close together, depending on whose hand is hot. Tell me, do you feel that's going to be a dilemma? Who's going to close down the stretch when KD comes back, or do we just go with Kyrie, or it could be a combination of both? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for listening. We are out. Daisy.